the extra special handling requirements of the one from Pfizer, including ultra-cold freezers. And that makes it a better option to ship over long distances to more remote areas.
The Prime Minister also says he expects another 200,000 doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine to arrive in Canada next week. There will be 70 sites across the country where the shots will be available, an increase from the current 14. In other news, U.S. authorities have indicted Peter Nygaard on 9 charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. The Canadian fashion mogul was arrested last night in Winnipeg on an extradition warrant. Timothy Sawa from the Fifth Estate has the latest.
Peter Nygaard is currently being held at the Winnipeg Remand Centre and is facing an extradition warrant. The FBI has been investigating him for months. In February, they raided his offices in New York and Los Angeles. Nygaard is also facing investigations in Winnipeg and the Bahamas. A total of 57 women have joined a class action lawsuit accusing Nygaard of rape, sexual assault, and human trafficking. It was filed earlier this year in New York. CBC News has spoken directly with multiple women who say they were raped or sexually assaulted by Nygaard. Nygaard, through his spokespeople, has repeatedly denied the allegations, saying his accusers are all lying. Nygaard is a Winnipeg-based clothing manufacturer who was once listed as one of the richest Canadians. However, last March, his companies were forced into receivership by the courts in Manitoba. That process is still underway. Timothy Sawa, CBC News, Toronto.
I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden.
Republican Majority Leader in the U.S. Senate has broken weeks of silence to acknowledge Joe Biden's victory. Mitch McConnell spoke after yesterday's Electoral College vote ended all doubts about the outcome of the election.
I also want to congratulate the Vice President-elect, our colleague from California, Senator Harris. Beyond our differences, all Americans can take pride that our nation has a female Vice President-elect for the very first time.
In his nearly 10-minute speech, McConnell praised Donald Trump's tenure as president and says he had hoped for a different outcome in the election. The number of homes sold in Canada dipped slightly in November compared to the month before, but that number tells only part of the story. On an annual basis, home sales were way up, and more importantly, prices were up as well. Senior business reporter Aaron Saltzman has the details.
The numbers show a remarkable resilience in the Canadian housing market. CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, says home sales in November were up more than 32% compared to last year, and prices over the past 12 months have risen more than 11.5%. In fact, home prices rose in every major city in the country, including the